Hi, dear listeners. Welcome back to another episode of our positivity series in Just for Your Ears podcast. Have you ever felt like your problems are too overwhelming to handle? That no matter what you do, they keep weighing you down? Well, today's story will help you see your worries in a whole new way, just like looking at ripples in a lake. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into ripples of wisdom, seeing beyond our worries. In a quiet little village where the sun painted golden hues over the fields and birds sang melodies of peace, lived a wise old man named Anil. The villagers admired him for his kindness and wisdom, and many sought his advice when life felt heavy. One afternoon, a young man named Ravi came to Anil, his face etched with stress and worry. Why, Anil? He sighed. I feel so overwhelmed. My worries and fears never seem to leave me. They weigh me down, and no matter how much I try, I can't find peace or happiness. What should I do? Anil listened patiently, his gentle eyes filled with understanding. Instead of answering immediately, he simply said, Come, Ravi, let's take a walk. Curious but still troubled, Ravi followed him. They strolled past playful children, past farmers working in the fields, until they reached a serene lake. The water stretched endlessly, calm and inviting. Anil handed Ravi a small sack of salt. Take a handful and pour it into the lake, he instructed. Puzzled but obedient, Ravi did as he was told. The salt disappeared into the water. Now, taste the water, Anil said. Ravi cupped his hands, took a sip, and nodded. It tastes fresh and pure, he said. Anil then led him to a small bowl sitting nearby. Now, take another handful of salt and pour it into this bowl, he said. Ravi poured the salt in, and the water turned cloudy. Now, taste this, Anil instructed again. Ravi hesitated, but took a sip. Instantly he cringed. This is unbearably salty, he exclaimed, spitting it out. Anil chuckled. Did you notice something, Ravi? The amount of salt was the same in both cases, but when placed in a small bowl, it overpowered the water. When placed in a vast lake, it lost its intensity. Your worries and fears are just like the salt. Their weight does not change, but their effect on you depends on how much space you give them. If you hold them in a small bowl, focusing only on the problem, they will consume you. But if you widen your perspective, engage in life, and see beyond the immediate struggle, your troubles will feel lighter, just like the salt in the lake. Ravi stood still, absorbing the lesson. Then, after a moment, he asked, But how can I actually do this? My problems don't just disappear. Anil smiled knowingly. Yeah, let me explain, he said. Imagine you are facing an important exam. If you believe that this one test will decide your entire future, the pressure feels unbearable, like holding salt in a small bowl. But if you step back and remind yourself that life is bigger than this moment, that there will be other opportunities, other ways to grow, suddenly the fear loses its grip. Or think about an argument with a friend. In the heat of the moment, it might feel like the end of the world. But when you broaden your perspective, you will realize that one fight doesn't define your entire relationship. The key is to expand your life, engage in new experiences, build meaningful connections, and focus on things that bring you joy. The more space you create, the less power your worries will have. Ravi slowly nodded. He had spent so much time staring at his problems that he forgot to look at the vastness of life beyond them. That day, he made a promise to himself to stop holding his worries in a small bowl and instead let them dissolve into the larger lake of his experiences. The key takeaway, dear listeners, life is challenge and the challenges are inevitable, but how we hold them makes all the difference. Think about your own life. Have you ever felt crushed by a single problem? Maybe a failed test, a bad day at work, or an argument with a friend? At that moment, it feels like it is the end of the world. But if you zoom out, you will see that life has much more to offer: new chances, new people, new experiences. The more you explore, the less your worries weigh you down. Next time, whenever you feel stuck, ask yourself, is this really a big problem as it feels? Or am I just seeing it in a small bowl? Can I step back and add more to my life? New learnings, new experiences, so my worries don't feel so overwhelming? Try this shift in perspective, and you will see that your troubles may not be as heavy as they seem to be. Worries and challenges don't shrink on their own, but their impact on us lessens when we expand our own perspective. The more we engage with life, explore new opportunities, and look beyond our immediate struggles, the lighter our burdens become. Just like a handful of salt feels unbearable in a small bowl but loses its intensity in a vast lake, our problems seem overwhelming only when we confine them to a narrow mindset. By broadening our view, we create space for peace, resilience, and happiness. Thank you for tuning into Just for Your Ears podcast. If this story resonated well with you, share it with someone who might need this reminder today. Let's help each other see beyond our worries and embrace the endless possibilities life has to offer. Until I come with yet another interesting story next time, stay positive, stay inspired, be happy, keep smiling, and keep making ripples of wisdom in your life. Bye.